Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to share our experience on the Partnership for Possibility Making. And we're going to start off with some personal reflections in terms of why we got involved with the program, what were some of the highlights for us individually, and the challenges that we faced, and some of the learnings that we take out of the program. And then we will just take you through an overview of some of the initiatives and projects that we were involved in, that we ran in the school, and also what's the way forward for us. So without further ado, I'll let Bopape to tell you about his personal reflections.
Good morning. I think it is a pleasure to stand in front of an audience such as this to present what my experiences are with regard to my involvement with Partners for Possibilities. Now, I must admit that it has not been very, very easy, because there are so many partners. But I think I happen to fell in love with this partner. I don't think I missed any meeting where I was just punctual and on time and tried to learn everything that is being taught there. I think what I learned there is that leadership is about serving people. Leadership is about being accountable, and is also about telling the truth. You know, you cannot lead people by telling them lies, because at the end of the day, when you are supposed to account, you just try to circumcise a mosquito. Just to borrow from So if you tell people the truth, even when you are not able to fulfill the promise, they know you told them that this is not possible, I cannot, but I'm going to try. But if you always lead or manage the school by telling lies, at the end of the day, you are going to find yourself having a problem. And sometimes we invite stress to ourselves as principals by not telling it as it is. We try to sugarcoat it, and at the end of the day, we want people to be happy. We tell them what we want them to hear. Sometimes you have to tell them the truth, even if it's not the truth that they want to hear. So that's what I learned. Now, I've also realized that principalship is a lonely position. You are alone there. When the school is not performing, the principal is really failing, is not able to put the people together and make them work. But when the school is achieving, teachers, parents are very, very active and they work. Now, the same thing applies to teachers. When children pass, these children are very brilliant. They work hard. When children fail, these teachers don't teach. That's what you are experiencing. And now, the challenges that we had, I think in every situation you find that people have a problem in understanding how you want them to operate. Sometimes because you are not thinking the same. And I realize that in some cases, as a leader, when you allow people to think, sometimes they take advantage and think that you cannot think. So now we had such challenges where sometimes we had to solve problems between ourselves and the SGBs. And because I was experienced and I attended this course of how to think, learning to think, I was able to humble myself and make sure that I consult throughout the way. Because all the time I was regarding myself as their servant. Because leadership is about saving people, not them saving you. So at the end, even if they cannot publicly admit that they understand, they accept that they failed to get what they want, they have given up and the school is running normal. But what I'm trying to say here is that sometimes if you solve a problem by creating another problem, by becoming a problem, you won't get a solution. So we managed to get through that problem by reducing ourselves to fools. And when people were at a level where they think we cannot think, then we outperform them in thinking. Okay. Now, I think my learnings, what I've learned in this program is that I was able to attend workshops such as time to think, flawless consulting, and I'm trying to apply those in my workplace situation. Now, I'm happy to have been partnered with Pitso. Give me a chance. Remember, I'm being paid to talk. And I'm sorry if I go over the limit. Thank you.
Okay, as has been mentioned earlier, the whole purpose of the Partnership for Possibility program was to create a better education by enhancing ownership of the school and participation in the school of the community. So before we started, for me, that's what drew me to the program. It was an opportunity for me to give back to the community, and I also love my partner. You know, despite the challenge of the school being in Soweto and me living in the northern suburbs in Midrand, we made it work because of the commitment. That's one of the things that I learned also in terms of, despite the challenges that he is facing in terms of as a principal, his commitment and his humble nature and wanting to see the school succeed is what spurred me on, and that's some of the learnings that I'm taking out of the program. So what we decided to do was work with the challenges that the school was facing, and also use some of the stuff that was already happening in the school to try and get parents involved in the school. And one of the things, the first things that we then got involved with was the school got a grant and there was a multi-purpose sports court that was built for the school. And then we decided to use this as an opportunity to get the community involved. So we had a public launch of the multi-purpose sports court, where we then sent out invites to the parents and to people to attend. And we also got some sponsorship for catering and to getting people involved. And those are some of the pictures. As you can see, there's Thulare Bobape there giving the opening speech, and we had quite a good attendance from parents, from members of the community, and also from some of the dignitaries from the Department of Education. And then the other thing that we also then got involved with was with the formation of the new SGB at the school. So we got involved with that. And there were initially some challenges which Thulare Bobape has alluded to with some of the members or the previous members of the SGB, the previous chairperson and our treasurer, where there was conflict. But through the application of the learnings that we gained from the community, the art of community and the flawless consulting, as well as the time to think workshops, we were able to consult with the community, get them involved in terms of resolving the conflict, and in the end, the community actually backed the school governing body and the principal in terms of getting those members out of the SGB because they were the ones causing the dysfunction. So we now have a fully functional SGB that has the backing and the support of the parent from the school and is working together with the principal and the school governing body. And that's one of the achievements. And then we had other projects that we also got involved in. I mean, that were a challenge. One of the challenges the school was facing was that there was no electricity in some of the classes because the cables and lights had been stolen before they had effects. And we thought, I mean, if we get the community involved, then they can take ownership of the school and such things would never happen. But we had to get the school re-electrified again, and we then came up with strategies. We got some involvement, we got volunteers, someone that was going to help to put the tubing and the piping back in the school to get the electricity. And we did all of that work up until we even got funds and bought the materials. And then as we were about to start, the department pitched up and said, they have now heard our message from the letters that we had been sending 3 years going, and they re-electrified the school. But at least it's one goal complete, it's one less challenge for the school. We had also a school cleaning campaign at the beginning of this year that we worked on in conjunction with the department, and we got some of the members of the community involved to clean up the school. Unfortunately, we couldn't get photos for that, but that's what. So we are also trying to get in partnership with a company called Ashoka to get them to provide additional toilets. It's not ending today, and we're just looking forward to building on the foundation that Symphonia has helped create for us so that we can better the school and make Isaacson Primary a model school for curriculum delivery. The approach, and we want to reach this objective, I mean, it's part of the school, how the school is run already. It's engaging and educating learners beyond the classroom. So Nuku, well done, you're now finally catching up. At Isaacson, we already have chess classes, we already engage the kids in sports and extracurricular activities. So when you are ready, talk to us, we can arrange an inter-school tour and we can take you on. You know, we engage the kids in school debates and all of that. And that's it from us.
Thank you.